Alright guys, we are back and it is the next day, or is it the day after we paint it? I don't know, it's the day after. 2 days later, and we're working on the cars again. Zach had to get some more paint because he ran out and he didn't get to finish the fender wells and stuff, so he's just touching the inside up now. As you can see, it's a lot. It wasn't focused. Yeah, you can see how white it is. And then I gotta redo mine too, and the inner fender wells, because we just didn't do it dark enough, because as you can see, all the black spots, we just couldn't see because it was getting dark out. Yeah, so as you can see on mine too, there's just some gray spots from the primer, but overall the paint turned out real good. I got a couple runs. I got a run right there that I'm just not even gonna fix, because actually the power steering reservoir is gonna cover that. So yeah, I'm just gonna get some 100 grit sandpaper and I'm gonna scuff up all in my fender wells, and I'm gonna get rid of the clear coat I did in there, and then I'm gonna lay down way thicker coat of white, and then I'm also going to take my doors off today to get that part prepped. And I took my sunroof out already over there, and I'm just gonna get like a little cover piece that bolts up. It's like a carbon fiber website makes it. But if anyone needs a sunroof out there, I have one for sale, but supposedly I have a kid that's already buying it, so I don't know. Let's get started. Paint all in here as well, because when we do the outsides of the cars, we're not going to be doing the door jambs, so it'll just look much cleaner. And this is kind of, I got this weird stuff, and I'm going to have side skirts, so this stuff needs to be painted because we're going to be drilling holes into here. So yeah, just a better way to do it. Now we just got to do the other door, and that'll be pretty much it for today. With the, well, not it for today. I'm going to sand all this down along with resand the fender wells. And then also, I saw some of you guys were asking about why I painted my engine bay if I'm going tube chassis. Well, that's why we did it with spray paint, so I can just sand some of the sections back down without, you know, spending a bunch of money to paint it again. So that's why. And then the reason we're spray painting the inside is because both these cars are going to be going cage eventually. So we're going to sand them down again, and then we're going to probably paint them, hopefully. So yeah, let's get my other door off and let's start prepping the interior of this car. Alright, so I gotta sand my fender wells like a little bit, not all the way up there on the frame rail, just right here. Just scuff it up because I'm gonna redo that clear coat. I'm gonna sand this part right here, and then I'm gonna sand all of this down and do the whole section right here. And then it'll pretty much be ready for paint, which I'm probably not gonna do today, but definitely gonna get it ready. And I might do some interior work as well, because that's gonna be getting painted soon. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so I gotta paint my wheel wells, and I don't want the overspray going through these holes and getting on my good paint. So I'm just gonna take some tape and tape all these holes off, and not even stick it down that good because I want it to come off no problem.
Nothing in there.
Alright, so, oops. I got all my things taped off on the shock tower so I can paint from the inside. And now that's blocked off, and then I have the window trim just bent up so I can paint in there. But I'm gonna paint the inner fender wells and then along here, and then do the door jambs to right here. I'm not gonna paint up here because I don't have a drill bit to get my fenders off, and I don't want to get overspray all over them. So I'm just gonna wait for another day, so I'm just gonna stop right there. So yeah, let's get started on painting this thing. Alright, so I laid the first coat down. I did it really light because I got a little bit of bubbles up in here in the door jamb. But I'm not too worried about it because, like I said, it's up in the door jamb and it's the front part. I'm more worried about this section, and that turned out pretty good. But that part's going to be repainted with actual paint when we do the cars. This is just for temporary. And then I also did the wheel wells, which turned out really good. Zach's over here taking his headers off because we have to pull his trans apart from the motor before we put it back in to put the Chase Bay's clutch line in here. So you gotta take the headers off to get the trans off. So I don't know if we're gonna pull the trans off today.
We are.
But yeah, we're definitely gonna try to make it happen. It's pretty easy to do, as long as we don't get the tire in the way, but we'll see what happens. We'll give it a shot. Alright, so me and Zach are gonna try to get this tail end of the trans off. We have it separate from the bell housing. Gonna have to shake it a little bit to get it off the tire. There we go, that's plenty. Yeah, but that's plenty. You can get in there like that. Well, here, help me. We can get it. Oh, I can. Watch out. Oh, you got it. Recording. All right, so for this LS slave cylinder setup, it's really weird. So this is your bleeder from Chase Bay's. Look, we didn't know anything about this. We figured this out. This is your bleeder. Pretty simple to do. It screws right on. Now this is a compression fitting thing that we couldn't figure out how to get out because it doesn't unscrew. There's no threads. Don't get too close because it'll autofocus will fuck up. There's this thing, what was it called? A kingpin, wrist pin, something like that?
Roller pin.
Roller pin. So basically, this compression thing slides into there pretty tight. We'll give it a tap with the rubber mallet. And then this pin actually slides down in this hole, and what it does is it goes between this. Take this little pin, which we got out with a screwdriver, fit in there nicely. So make sure it fits, it actually fits through. Take this, try to line it up. It's gonna be kind of hard to, this. You can use these to get it out. This actually is better. Take that, bam. There we go. We did get his Chase Bay's clutch lines in, but the lines, this fitting right here has to go to his like clutch reservoir, and I'm confused because it's like a compression fitting. So the fitting goes into there, and these are threads, and that is like a compression. So we're gonna have to call Chase Bay's because we're confused on that. All right, so since nothing is really going on, my car is completely dry now, so I'm gonna put my subframe back in because as of right now, I'm waiting for control arms, tie rods, and then I still gotta order my knuckles and stuff, so that'll be a while. But we're gonna get all that, so I'm gonna put the subframe back in the car. It's literally just 2 bolts, they slide in, and then the subframe will bolt right back up, and we're just gonna leave it at that, and then we're just gonna wait for parts to come in the mail. All right, so here's my subframe. Had it kept away nice because the paint turned out real good, so you know, had to keep it fresh. But yeah, pretty easy to put on. I mean, you literally just drop these 2 bolts through the top of the frame rails right there, and then the nuts just go right on the bottom. All right, so to put the subframe bolts back in, it's pretty easy. You just got this little thing right here. You want to take it as far as you can out, blow the dust out of the way, and just drop it right down in there, just like that. All right, so to get the subframe back in, it's usually pretty easy with yourself, as long as there's nothing connected to it. Just make sure you put it on straight. Well, obviously it can only go on straight. Just don't put it on backwards. I made that mistake once. Alright, so usually just get it on and then just hold it with one arm. And thread. There you go. Oops. Let me just show you guys this car real quick. Look up in that fender well right now. Look at that beautiful paint. Check it out. Underneath. Oops, out of focus. Look, the frame rails are painted. The subframe is painted. Up there, the shock towers, the whole firewall. Just for some new subscribers, underneath the car, I would say we did good. This is a dream come true. Oh my gosh, like looking under my car and just seeing how perfect, like the paint under my car. Yeah, the paint under my car and in these fender wells right now are better than the outside of my car. Is better. It's pretty crazy. So, yeah, let me show you from the outside, guys. So yeah, we got the paint right here. Nice and pretty. Subframe all clean. And I'd say it turned out pretty good. Alright guys, so we're going to end the video in the Kooky. We did a lot today. We got a lot done on Zach's car. We got a super amount of stuff done on my car. I'm just kind of waiting for parts in the mail, like I said 100 times. As soon as those parts come at the end of the month or a little bit. What is it now? It's like the 20th. I should have the lower control arms and stuff really soon, and then the PBM knuckles and stuff will be here in probably like 2 weeks because I haven't ordered those yet. But once we get that, we can get all the ISR rear suspension arms as well, and the car will be back on the ground. So that'll be good. It'll be rolling, so we can get it outside, clean it up. And really soon, we're going to paint the inside of the car so we can get my dash back together, get all the clutch assembly, the brake assembly, and the throttle cable all back in. And that'll all be good, and the interior will be solid. And then we can just start ordering parts and really piecing stuff together. And it'll just be all bolt-on parts, no more work. So definitely look forward to all that. We're pushing really hard to get these cars done. It's just a lot of money, and a lot of money I don't have right now, so I'm just saving and buying, saving and buying. But yeah, we're thinking about bringing back, right above me, you guys can see the garage sideway sticker up there. It's the sparkly one. I only sold like 10 or 20 of them whenever I ordered them last time, because that's all I ordered. So we might be bringing those back to sell them. I'm trying to come out with another t-shirt that has like the Kooky on the back and some other stuff. It's going to be a lot better design than the one we have here. This was really basic, so I want to do something like advanced and cool and really, you know, promotes the drift scene, not so much just a regular shirt that says like our brand on it. I want to really like step away from that and just have a pretty dope ass shirt. So that'll definitely be coming soon, and that's definitely going to support the Kooky build a lot. So definitely place your orders on those if we go ahead and make those. So we'll probably be back next time, and we're going to be painting the inside of the car and getting Zach's front end back together, and the cars will be, both cars will be back on the ground. So definitely look forward to that. We will catch you next time, guys. Peace.